Hi students, Assalamualaikum and greetings. In this video, I'm going to explain to you on our chapter 6, which you can find these particular slides in chapter 8 of your textbook. Now, in chapter 6, there are a lot of things. So I divided chapter 6 into two parts. Therefore, there will be two videos for chapter 6. So in this first video, we are going to learn on these four things, which of the learning objective. First, to define product and describe the major classifications of products and services. Secondly, we're going to learn on the decisions that companies will make regarding their individual products and services, product lines, and also product mixes. Basically, you're going to learn on the what is actually product line and also product mixes lah. And then the third one will be to identify the four characteristics that affect the marketing of services and additional marketing consideration that requires some consideration for the services that you going to market. And lastly, to discuss the branding strategy. So let's get started with the first learning objective, which to define product and describe the major classification of the product and services. I think I'm so small here. Okay, let me put myself here. All right. So, oops. Okay, what is actually a product? I think you should know by now what is a product, whereby you should remember what we have learned in previous chapters, especially in chapter 1. Remember your marketing mix. So this chapter 6, we're going to look into the first marketing mix, which is the product. So by definition, product is anything that can be offered in a market for attention, acquisition, use, or consumption that might satisfy a need or want. So bear in mind that product can be anything, Now, product is also services. Okay, so the definition of service itself is that it's a product, okay, that consists of activities, benefits, or satisfactions, and that is essentially intangible. So most important keyword in the definition of service, it is intangible. Do you know what is intangible? There's no physical aspect of it, it's intangible. But you will actually go through the service, okay, and that particular service does not result in any ownership of anything. I hope you can actually give me some examples of product and services. Usually if it's in a classroom, then I will ask students to give me products, okay, name me a product and also name me a service. But of course, I will not be able to listen to your feedbacks, so I can just give you some examples. Product like your laptop, okay, your clothes, shoes, a house, a tree, some grass. You know, people sell grass also, isn't it? Okay, rocks, all right, land, right, anything that you can see it, you can touch it, all right. It is for attention. If it's not for attention, it could be for an acquisition. You know what's an acquisition? Acquisition is for you to own it, right? For you to use or consume. Okay, consumes like things like food. Okay, your chocolates, your ice cream. You don't use ice cream, you consume ice cream, isn't it? So ice cream is a product as well. Okay, while service, right? Service are things that you buy, but it doesn't own you anything. You just go through some services in a way that these services are an experiences that you have to go through while you don't say you consume, you undergo that particular service. For example, you have a long hair, so you want to have a haircut, so you go to the salon to get a service of haircut. Now remember, salon is not a service. Salon is a place for you to acquire a service. So the service that you will get in a salon will be hair cutting, right? Hair washing, hair styling, perming, rebonding, and so on. Okay, or if you go to the hospital, hospital is not a service. Hospital is a place for you to get the medical services. So to be precise or to be specific, what are the medical services that you can get? For example, you wanted to do the COVID-19 swab test, right? So that will be the service. You don't own anything after that, all right? Or if you want to go to KL, of course now you can't go to KL. You can go by at your own risk. You want to go somewhere, right? So you don't buy an aeroplane or a helicopter. You buy an air ticket, all right? So the air ticket doesn't gives you the seat and then you can bring it home, right? It's just a seat for you to undergo the experience, right? For you to sit for a while. It does not result in any ownership. Yeah, you just the seat is booked for you for that particular flight, right? And then that's it. You reach the destination that you want to go to. So the ticket service or ticket service, not the airline services, okay, they call it airline services, which you buy the airline ticket. Ticket is the tangible aspect, which is a product, but the purpose of you buying that particular ticket is to get a service of transporting you from one place to another place in a shorter time, okay? In the case of Kuching to KL, of course, you can't swim or you use a boat to go through the Laut Cina Selatan, no lah, right? Okay, so now again, when you talk about product and services, they can become more commoditized, all right? Which company are now creating and managing customer experiences with their brands and company, because selling product is not just merely selling it. Right? Remember, you create values for your customers. Therefore, when customer use or consume the product or even services, they go through some experience. All right? They go through some experience. So this is what has been a priority to most of the market-oriented companies. All right? Now, there are 3 levels of product. That means each product, okay, has these 3 levels for any item. For example, your smartphone is one item, one product, but it has 3 levels, which is the first one, core customer value. The second level of the smartphone is actual product, and the third level is the augmented product. So this core customer value is actually what they call the benefits. Okay, you are answering what is the customer really buying. Okay. So in this case, the example is Apple iPad. You can say the actual product is the iPad, the physical aspect of it, yeah, where you can see the features, the design of the iPad, the packaging, the quality level, the brand name, all right? So that is the actual product. But the reason or what makes people buy iPad, okay, is the core customer value. Basically, it is the benefits that people will want to get when they purchase the actual product, okay, or the real purpose of people buying the product. That is the core customer value. All right. Here it says that there are buying entertainment, self-expression, productivity, and connectivity, where a mobile and personal window to the world. So that is the what I call it, the expression or the core customer value that Apple put for their iPad. Okay, so when people buy iPad, this is what they're looking for. They want productivity, they want entertainment in the iPad, they want to do this self-expression, right? And of course, get connected, where you can bring it everywhere, okay? Mobile, and it's a personal window, which you don't see. iPad is so big that everybody can see what you are looking at in your iPad, isn't it? So it's a personal window to the world. While the third level of the iPad, okay, for example, in this case is iPad, is the augmented product, the third level, which includes the intangible aspect, okay, intangible aspect of the physical product, which most typical one is like the warranty, okay, or the product support, of course, after sales services, as well as delivery and credit. Delivery is when you are able to get it delivered to you, okay. Credit means if you can buy it on credit terms, all right. That is what it means by credit here, right? So look at this picture. As I mentioned just now, the core, actual, and augmented product. People who buy an iPad, okay, iPad is the actual product, okay. They are not just buying a tablet itself, right, but they are buying this core benefits, okay. Of course, the third level just now, the augmented, comes with the warranty of the iPad. So every Apple products normally comes with 1 year warranty, right? And you can have the product support, whereby you can go to the Switch stores, right, or Apple what they call it, Apple support center, is it? Right? And then yeah, that includes the after sale services as well, right? Okay, next one. In broad, there are two classification of product and also services, which we can see in terms of who actually use or consume the product. It can be consumer product or it can be an industrial product. So the consumer products is normally things that are being bought by the individual and also for household consumption, while the industrial are for businesses. Okay. Now, in summary, there are four types of consumer products, right? In broad, there are two classification, consumer products and industrial product. But for the consumer products, right, there are four types, which the first one is convenience product, shopping products, specialty products, and unsought products. It can be classified, or it can be grouped, in terms of these types based on some marketing consideration like customer buying behavior, the prices of the distribution strategy, promotion strategy, and also I can give you some examples down here. So convenience, from the word convenient, all right, it is the things or the products that people conveniently buy and frequently purchase. Okay, with little planning, little comparison or shopping effort. Remember, you have learned in chapter 5 about consumer decision making process. So you don't have to go through the whole process when you buy convenient product. Okay, because it is cheap. Okay, when you want to buy a toothpaste, for example, it doesn't require you to think overnight or make some comparison and so on. All right. Next, when you talk about price, like I told you just now, it is cheap. And then when you talk about distribution strategy, that means where would people sell this particular convenience product? It could be anywhere. Okay, it is a widespread distribution and a convenient location like supermarkets, okay, grocery stores, okay. And when you talk about promotion for this convenient product, typically they will use mass promotion because there are many competitors for these convenient products. Yeah, you can just substitute one brand to another brand. Therefore, many promotion will be done by the producer so that people will choose the brand that the producer is selling. And okay, you can see other example like mineral water, okay, or soft drinks. Okay, next type of consumer product is shopping products. From the word shopping, these are the things that you will go for shopping for, right? When you say, okay, I want to go shopping today, what will be the things that you will buy? Typically, some clothing, okay, your electrical appliances, which it is less frequent purchase than the convenient products. Much planning and shopping efforts is needed because you will do some comparison among brands and you will look at the price of it, the quality, and also the style. Typically the styles lah, right? And it is higher prices than the convenience products. When you talk about distribution, the term is selective distribution, which it is offered or it is sold in fewer outlets as compared to this convenient product. In terms of promotion, okay, there are many advertising and also personal selling will be done, right, both by the producer and the resellers. And other examples like your shoes, okay, your handbags, what is phone, right? Tapi phone, sometimes you can consider it as a specialty, but it will depend. Now, a lot of students get confused between the shopping product and specialty product. So let me explain first what is specialty product. This is a strong brand preferences and also loyalty kind of product, which you will require a special purchase effort, little comparison of brands, and low price sensitivity. That means you does not really matter how much will it cost. Okay, typically it is because of some loyal brand preferences. For example, you want to buy sports shoes because you're so loyal to Nike, for example. So what you have in mind is that I want to buy Nike shoes. So Nike shoes can be considered as a specialty product. Although it could be also a shopping product, but when you talk about shopping products, this typically doesn't have any brand preferences. Okay, like you want to buy slippers, for example, for you to go outing with your friends. So unless you have put in your mind, okay, I want to buy Skechers slippers, all right? So that Skechers slippers now become a specialty product. Okay, unless you say I want to buy slippers. Let's take a look at go to Bata, you go to Vinci, you do some shopping at Skechers as well. But then you may not have in mind that what type or what brand you want to buy. Okay, the moment you already set what brand you want to buy, then it becomes a specialty product. All right, because normally you don't look at the comparison in terms of the brands, okay, much towards perhaps some style of that particular brand. Okay, in shoppings normally you will just go to a lot of shops, but for specialty product you will just go to that one particular shop, right, because of your loyalty towards that particular brand. Normally the specialty products are higher prices, okay, and high price lah compared to, of course, these two, right? And in terms of the distribution, it will be an exclusive distribution in whereby you will have only one outlet that sell that particular product in that one market area. All right, you can't get Skechers slippers everywhere, for example. Okay, Skechers is only sold in Skechers boutique. All right, or when you talk about, let's say, your iPhone, for example, so you can only buy iPhone at fewer stores. Okay, of course you go to Switch, or here in Malaysia they do have some authorized phone resellers other than the partnership of this with telecommunication companies. Okay, you can also buy iPhone in Harvey Norman or SenQ. Okay, other than it is just SenQ, Harvey Norman, and also Apple Switch. Some people also buy those iPhone online, but those could be not an authorized reseller, right? Okay, what else here? In terms of promotion, there are more carefully targeted promotion by both the producer and also resellers, and typically it is related to the luxury goods. Okay, other than the iPhones, all right, it could be also some Rolex watches, very luxurious cars, all right, specialty product. Cars or can be in specialty product lah, because you can only buy cars at car reseller, right? Authorized car resellers. Okay, you don't buy cars, the real car, not the miniature or the kereta mainan lah. Okay, kereta mainan you can buy in pasar malam. Those could be convenient products, right? And lastly, the fourth type of consumer product is the unsought product. Now, unsought is things that you don't look for to buy. Unsought, unseek. Okay, you don't seek toward buying the product. Seek is S-E-E-K, yeah? Meaning you don't look forward to buy this thing. But there are products that people don't think of buying unless something really happened. Then you start to find that particular product. All right. So it normally requires little product. Okay, no, not really little. What do you call it? Normally, people are not aware or have this little awareness about the product or the knowledge about the product. Or if, let's say, you know about the product, okay, you know there's such thing, but you may have little or even not thinking of buying. Okay, the price will varies. Okay, distribution also might varies, but typically you can see that it is what they call it, not as widespread as convenience product. Okay, perhaps it could be some selective distribution or some exclusive distribution. Okay, in terms of promotion, yes, they will do a lot aggressive selling or aggressive advertising so that people get to know about this particular product. Okay, a good example is like a life insurance. Okay, people, yeah, they know about life insurance, but then in detail, you may not know what is actually a life insurance. Okay, even the Red Cross blood donations, unless you are what they call it, frequent blood donator, right? You might think that, oh, okay, it's only when the blood bank is running low and then you do it. Okay, the donations could be not just blood, but it could be also in terms of money. Okay, Other examples includes the fire extinguisher, first aid kits, what else? A coffin or a pre-planned funeral package. Okay, when you talk about, let's say, pre-planned wedding packages, that will be under specialty, because not many you can just simply shop around for a wedding package. But when you talk about funeral package, you may not want to look for it, okay, unless somebody is dying or you know somebody is dead already. Then you start to find where can you find this funeral package kind of thing. All right, for the Chinese, typically they will have this life insurance as well as their funeral package. All right, not that they plan when they're gonna die, but it is actually the package whereby you already set, okay, where you want to be, burned or buried, and then what coffin you want to use, and so on. So you don't tell your parents, "Mommy, I want to go for shopping for a coffin." You don't do that, right? So don't do that. Nanti mama cakap you want to be art ke apa? Right? So that will be the unsought product. I hope you understand. So let's go through each and every of the types of consumer products. Yeah, like I told you, there are convenient, shopping, specialty, and unsought. So a convenient product that you will actually buy frequently, immediately, and with a minimum comparison and buying effort. Other example could include this lah: newspaper, candy, okay, your fast food, soft drinks, okay. While shopping products, like I told you, it requires you to do some comparison, okay, on the suitability, quality, price, and also the style. Next is the specialty products, which you typically are loyal towards that particular brand and you already identified certain brand. Of course, when you buy specialty products, you will go through the whole process of buying decision, yeah, from the need recognition until the post-purchase behavior, because it will requires a lot of what they call money, of course, right? And then you may want to reduce your cognitive dissonance when you want to buy these specialty products. And lastly, the unsought products. You might not think of buying fire extinguisher, isn't it? Unless you ever experience a burning house, okay? We don't want that to happen. Or even there are also cases that a car got on fire. Okay, unless you experience that or it happens to the one that is really close to you, then you start to think that, oh, okay, maybe I need a fire extinguisher. Do you have a fire extinguisher in your house? Or even torchlight. Sometimes you know there is a torchlight, but it is not something that you must make sure you have it unless you go for camping or hiking and so on, that it requires you overnight camping lah. Okay, but in your daily life, let's say there is a blackout. Do you have candles, or do you want to use your phone as a torchlight? How long will your battery last? All right, so you might need to buy a torchlight just for a spare, kind of thing, or even power generator for the whole house, right? So that could be an unsought product. Next, the industrial products. Like I told you earlier, there are two classifications, right? The consumer products or the customer products, and also the industrial products, where it is purchased, okay, for further processing or for the use in conducting a business. Okay, so it could be a material and parts, it could be a capital item, and it could be supplies and also some services to the industrial parties. Okay, so the materials and also part, of course, it include raw materials, okay, manufactured materials, and also parts. Like when you want to build a car, what will be the raw materials needed? You need steel, glass, what else? Screw. What are things that needed for you to build a car? So those are materials and also parts, engines, okay, the battery. So you will buy those things separately, then you assemble it, then you have a car. When we talk about capital items, these are the industrial products that aid in the buyer's production or operations. Capital items typically related to assets. Okay, you buy it as an asset, like shop lot. Okay, or a lorry, a company car. While supplies and also services, these include operating supplies, repair and maintenance items, and also business services like in UiTM, right? We do UiTM itself is we call it the industrial products, buy industrial product, because UiTM buy those products for the operation of UiTM. Okay, so the supplies and also services includes like the cleaning services. Okay, we don't have our own staff to do the cleaning, so what UiTM buy is actually the cleaning services by the cleaning company. So that's why you can see the kakak cleaner or makcik cleaner, right, wearing their like cleaning attire, right, to clean your hostels, right? But of course, oh yeah, you are new students, you've never been to the campus, you don't stay in the campus, but maybe in your school last time you will see that security guards, right? So those security guards are not your teachers, all right? So the security guard is where your school hires security service, okay, to guard your school, all right? So that will be the supplies and also services. Next, when you talk about in organizations, persons, places, and ideas, these are also product. Okay, so other than tangible products, the product itself, the item, the goods, yeah, goods are the tangible product. Services are intangible product. Remember, now there are also what we call organizations, persons, places, and also ideas that you wanted to sell. Remember, product is anything that can be used, acquired for attention, acquisition, and so on, right? So there are different ways on how you wanted to do this particular selling of the products, okay, for organization, for a person, for a place, and also for the ideas like a social marketing, okay. Like for example, GE is General Electrics, yeah. They have this organization marketing whereby they wanted to make people realize and know about their organization. So GE's long-running Imagination at Work campaign markets the industrial giant as a company whose imaginative products and technologies are making a difference in the world. All right, so you don't just want to sell electricity, all right, but also you wanted to get people to know about your organization. So that is organization marketing. Okay, consists of activities undertaken to create, maintain, or change the attitudes and behavior of target consumer towards an organization. Organization marketing is basically you wanted to get people to know about your company, right? So that is in the layman term. Next, a person marketing, from the word person. That means you wanted to create activities that undertaken to create, maintain, or change the attitudes of behavior of target consumer toward a particular people or person. This typically done for the politicians, okay? Because you want people to know about this particular person, so you market this person. Or it could be also a celebrity, an athlete, all right, whereby you want to get people to know about this particular person, so you do person marketing. It's very direct and straightforward lah. Person marketing, you want to market a person lah, not to say you want to sell that person, but you wanted to make sure people know about this particular person, especially a positive image towards the person. Like a new artist, you were asking like, who is that? Apa your Korean punya artist? I'm not really a fan of those Korean Kim Jun ke apa, you know. So you want to market this particular person by selling what are the movies that this person do or the songs that this person sings, okay, like that. Next is place marketing, where it consists of course, we talk about place, it is towards a particular place, typically in the tourism industry. Okay, or it can be also a landmark or a place lah, basically a place, a kampung, okay, where you want to promote people to know about your longhouse, for example, okay, or Gunung Santubong, for example, right? So you want to make people feel that okay, Gunung Santubong is one of the most what they call it, challenging hiking route, right? So you want to promote this particular place, right, so that people come and get to know about that particular place. Then social marketing is about commercializing the marketing concept to influence individuals' behavior to improve their well-being of that society. Social marketing is like you are selling ideas, the ideas that remember in this COVID-19, right? So what the government is keep on telling people is that to do social distancing, physical distancing, so wearing the mask, okay? So always wash your hands, right? Keep your hands out of your face. What else? Practice what would practice? A lot of things, right? So these are actually a commercial marketing concept to influence, to get people have the idea about the dangers of COVID-19, okay, or stop smoking, or wear a seat belt when you are in a car while driving, no tax and drive, that kind of thing, right? So that is actually social marketing. It is not really selling certain product, but it is for a good cause, okay, for to improve the well-being of the society. It also include like stay healthy, right? Even though you work at home, you study at home, do you exercise or not? Okay, it's important for you to move around, not only just sit in front of your computer 24/7. All right, so you should also do some exercise, even going up and down the staircase, right, or running around your house, okay, or do some cleaning, which also actually makes your body moves around, and then increase your cardiovascular kind of thing. Well, I'm not your personal coach, but do exercise, yeah, run a bit. All right, let's move on. 30 minutes and we are in the second learning objective. All right, now in this learning objective, I'm going to describe, okay, with you the decisions companies will make regarding their individual products and services, product lines, and product mixes. Okay, now you will see that there are product attributes, right? All right, that remember in your product level, okay, there are product attributes. What are product attributes? These are the characteristics of the product, yeah? Focus on all of this decision to create the core customer value. Okay, the like an iPad, what would be an attribute on an iPad? It's touch screen, okay, it's lightweight, it's that particular shape or square. Is it square or rectangle? All right, so the physical aspect of it, and what could be the functions, okay, the product attributes. Next, you need to decide on what brand you want to put, okay, the packaging of it, labeling and logos, and some support after sales services, right? So when you create a product, okay, the decision is that you need to communicate and deliver the core customer value. Remember the benefits, right, by the product and service attributes, especially in terms of the quality of it, the features, styles, and also design. Like if you already have a smartphone, why do you need an iPad? So that is when Apple created that particular line just now. It's like a positioning kind of a statement, right? Where you wanted to communicate and then tell people the benefits of iPad that you can't get it on your smartphone. All right. So the quality, of course, you will say that with iPad, all those good things about it. Apple don't pay me to say this, yeah. I'm just saying some example. Okay. And then we talk about the features of it, the style, and also design. Okay. Then you will have your, from top to toe, Apple, even though not to toe lah, all your gadgets are Apple. Apple Watch, AirPods, your iPhone for your phone, iPad for your study, and so on. Right? So what will be the benefits of it? So you will have to decide on that first. Okay? When you talk about product quality, okay, you can describe it in the way that the product that have ability to satisfy the stated or implied customer needs. Okay, this include you do some total quality management, okay, written on the quality, of course about quality level, okay, how good that thing is. Okay, next, the product features, okay, which is a competitive tool for differentiating a product from the competitor's product. Remember, you are not the only seller. So in terms of quality, perhaps people will say, okay, Samsung also have a good tab, Huawei also have a good tab. Do they have? Xiaomi also have a good tab. Okay, other tabs also have tabs. Other company also have tabs. So what makes it different? So you must come up with some product features. All right, competitive tool. Okay, make sure that it is superior than the other brands. Right, and the assess is based on the value to the customer versus its cost to the company. Okay, you want to provide everything the customer want, but then you have to look at can your company bear the cost of producing and giving all of this to your customer? That's why, do you know that in iPhone 12 packaging, iPhone 12 doesn't comes with earphones anymore, right? Not earphones or the plug, if I'm not mistaken. Either one, they don't put it because it will be another cost for them to put that, because to produce the iPhone 12 itself is already expensive. Okay, so if they were to put those things, I'm not sure, was it an AirPods? No, AirPods, an earphone, or is it a plug? I know they have the cable, just the cable, I think. It comes with just the cable. Alright, so they reduce certain parts, elements in the whole product. Alright, that is when they will deliver what customer value, okay, and they realize that the cost to the company is expensive, so they reduce certain things not to be included in the box of iPhone 12. Next, when you talk about the style and design, of course, styles, different colors, okay, describe appearance of the product, okay, what color you have, was it space gray? I don't think they have space gray anymore, right? The blue color, right? Midnight blue or something they call it, right? And then the design that contributes to the product usefulness as well as to its look. I don't know, what do you think about iPhone 12 design? Do you like it? It does look like my old iPhone 4, but it's bigger. Okay, well, I'm still happy with my iPhone 11. All right, next, after you have decided about the product itself, okay, then you start to put a brand towards the product. Okay, so when Apple come out with their iPad, their tablet, they don't call it Apple Tab, Apple Tablet, blah, Apple Tablet, right? They call it iPad, right? So that is the brand that they put the name, okay, in the term, the sign, or the design of a combination of these that identify the maker or seller of the product or service. Okay, next is the packaging. You know, it's a box now that wrap that thing, right? And label that comes with the packaging. Okay, label are things like this, yeah. What is on that particular box? Packaging is just the box itself. Okay, a wrapper without any name, without any description. So anything related to description or wordings or whatever symbols like this, you know what does it mean? Always keep this up. Never put it backwards, downwards like that. Okay, this is a box of an Amazon. Okay, Amazon.com, where it has this barcodes that can be scanned by the scanner. All right, the name of it. Okay, some will be, you know, the packaging could be just like a bottle. So the bottle itself like this is a packaging, while labels will include this, what is actually written. Okay, the wordings, I don't know, you can see this or not, maybe not. Okay, you know what is on, but without the label, it is just a bottle. That is the packaging. Okay, with the label, and with the brand wordings here, these are the labels. And lastly, the product support services, which is the augmented actual products that comes like warranty or congratulating you for making the right choice of buying this product. Okay, of course, other than that, the services and also maintenance. Okay, if you have any problems, where to call, all right, or who to look for, or is there any apps that you can actually diagnose what is actually the problem that happens. Okay, and the warranty and so on. That is the product support services, right? Now, the second part of second learning objective is the product line decision. Okay, now product line, okay, this is a new term for you, product line. It is a group of products that are closely related because they function in a similar manner. They are sold to the same customers groups and they are marketed through the same types of outlet. Typically, the price will be in the same price ranges. Okay, that's a product line. Now, look at this particular example. A BMW, they have this product line where it is a car. They are, remember, closely related because they function in a similar manner. So BMW also have bikes, yeah, the big bike, BMW big bikes. So the bikes line, there is called a product line for a bike. Okay, BMW also have, do they have lorry? I know Mercedes, they do have lorries, yeah, very big lorries, right? Those are Mercedes-Benz brand. Okay, so Mercedes also, they have their Mercedes bike, okay, motorbike, Mercedes cars, right, and Mercedes lorries. So those are different lines, but there are many cars under Mercedes cars. So each and every item, okay, item, they call it product item, is every single product in the same line. Okay, so you may want to look at the line stretching and also line filling. Now line stretching is where we talk about how many lines do you want to have: car, bike, bicycle, lorry, aeroplane. No lah, so far they don't have aeroplane lah. Boeing, okay, we talk about Boeing 747. That one is Boeing 747 is an item. Boeing, they have many different planes, for example. Okay, so there will be a different line stretching. Line filling is how many inside one line, like a car for Mercedes. So you have a Mercedes A series, B series, C series. I don't know. I don't own a Mercedes. All right. So that will be the line filling. Okay, line filling. Now, when you talk about product mix decision, this consists of all the products that you sell, yeah? And you can think about the width, the length, the depth, and also the consistency of the product. A good example is like Colgate. Colgate has a product mix that consists of a lot of product lines, okay, and product items. That means, you see this Colgate, right? This is just one line. They also have Colgate Total Protection. So in the total protection itself, they have many other total protection, whitening, total protection, fighting cavity, total protection. You know, all those, you go to supermarket, then you see Colgate, they have many and variety of toothpaste. So each of these have a similar, what they call it, group, which similar group means in the same product line. Okay, then you have Colgate whitening, Optic White. Is it Optic White they call it? Okay, yang Fazura pakai tu. Right, so that will be the product mix. Remember, product mix is every single item. It's a combination of all the product lines. In each lines, all of them are the product mix. Okay, move on to the learning objective number 3. To identify the 4 characteristics that affect the marketing of services, okay, and some consideration that need to be looked into. Okay, now there are 3 types of service industry. The first one is the government, the private, which is not for profit organization, and business organization. This private not for profit is like NGOs, eh? So, you know, there is an element of service, okay? Element of service, which you call it the 4 service characteristics. There are intangible, right? Variability, inseparability, and perishability, okay? So, services comes with these 4 characteristics. Intangible, you cannot see, cannot taste it, right? You cannot feel, heard, or smell before you purchase it. Okay, when you talk about inseparability, it is something that cannot be separate from the service provider. Okay, you can take away a hairstylist from cutting your hair. Okay, you cannot say that, okay, you go to a salon, I want to have a haircut tomorrow. Can you give me the service tomorrow? Only tomorrow you can have it. Today you cannot have it. Because you want it to be tomorrow. So you can't say like, okay, can you give it to my sister and then my sister do the haircut to me? Cannot. Do you trust your sister to do your haircut? Right? So no, isn't it? So it has to be directly from the service provider to the consumer. And when you talk about variability, it is a quality of service that depending on who provides them and where, when, and how. Have you ever been to a restaurant? You order, let's say, nasi goreng. Today, you order the nasi goreng, it is so nice that tomorrow you want to buy again. And when you buy tomorrow, the taste of that nasi goreng is not the same like yesterday's nasi goreng. Bukan yang dah basi lah, meaning to say, today it tastes so good, then tomorrow you go, it's not as good as yesterday's nasi goreng. So that means there's a variability, we call it, variety in providing it, because have you ever cooked? Okay, I think girls, you cook, right? today you cook, everybody was like so happy, it is so nice. Then you say, okay lah, next month I cook again. Next month when you cook, it doesn't give you, even though you use the same ingredients, it doesn't give you the exact same taste like what you did last month. Okay, so that is what you talk about variability. So it always varies. Okay, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not that good, right? So it always depends. Okay, you can't say, okay, that's why certain people, they already have some salon that they always go to because they know that service provider, and that service provider has been so consistent in cutting the hair so good, okay, or styling the hair so good, right? And when you talk about perishability, services cannot be stored for a later sale or use. It's perishable. That means you have to get it and consume it at the same time. You cannot keep it for later use. Of course, when you buy flight ticket, for example, you buy today, you fly next year. That one is service. You see, the tangible part is the ticket. Yes, you got the ticket, but then you can only make use or experience the service when the dates come. Okay, you can't store it like, okay, I want to fly today, but then I keep it for tomorrow. Cannot. All right. So I think you understand what I'm saying. Okay, thanks. Marketing the strategy for the service firm. Yeah. Okay. Now, in addition to the traditional marketing strategies, okay, service firms often require additional strategies, which includes the service profit chain, internal marketing, and interactive marketing. Okay, a service profit chain link the service firm profits with employee and customers satisfaction. Sorry, oh, it's this. Okay, so the service profit chain, that means you helps, okay, get the helps from your employee to make sure that, because you know the elements of service here, right? Of course, it is always about your variability. It always depends on who give the service. Today tukang masak lain, then tomorrow tukang masak lain. That's why the nasi goreng is not the same. Okay, so when you do this kind of strategy, okay, sorry, service profit chain, you will be able to make the service provider, okay, let's say you have a chef, so you make the chef become your partner. Typically, it is always like that lah. Okay, so that is when you try to internalize your service quality, okay, and satisfied and productive service employees, because they know that, let's say I'm a partner of this particular business, the profits that I will get is also the profit that company will get is also my profit. Okay, it's part of it like that. Okay, it will give and also make a greater service value. That's why you will see that lawyers, right? Many lawyers, they are made partners for that law firm, so that they become more motivated and they will actually give better services, because they know that at the end of the month, it's not just salaries, but normally it is in terms of commissions, okay, or even profits from the partnership. Okay, you will get satisfied and loyal customers because you have motivated your service employees, okay, and healthy service profits and growth to the company. So this is how you can actually do your service marketing. There are three types: internal marketing, external marketing, and interactive marketing. Like internal is like the service firm must sell customer, contact employees on the importance of delighting the customer. Internal marketing, this is like a typical one, like you say, okay, all the employees, you must make sure that you treat your customer well, especially let's say airline companies. Okay, airline companies, it gives services, yeah. So you have the flight attendants, right? The air stewards, air stewardess, right? You must make sure that this group of people, these are your frontliners, yeah, that actually meet the people and provide those services to the people. You must make sure that these people give the best services to your customer, or else customer might not get a good experience while purchasing your services, and next time they don't want to buy from you anymore. Okay, when you do external marketing, all right, this is what I told internal just now. Now, mana the external marketing ni? Oh, it's not here. Hold on. External marketing, you are using the other party to do marketing for your service company. Okay, basically you get another, typically you have a consultant or marketing consultant. Do you watch Emily in Paris, that Netflix series? So if you do, this is a marketing company that do marketing for other companies. Okay, let's say I'm a marketing consultant or marketers, right? So I open up my own business. That my business is actually specializing in doing marketing for other businesses. So if you have any product, you tell me your product, then I create marketing strategies, or I create marketing campaign for you. So that is external marketing. All right. While the interactive marketing, I think it is here. Okay, service quality will depend heavily on the quality of the buyer-seller interaction during the service encounter. So your strategy is that while undergoing the service, you do marketing as well. Okay, where you can actually do service differentiation, service quality, and also service productivity. How do you do service differentiation? You create a competitive advantage, like you offer them something. Okay, of course, typically offer meaning you suggest them what they they might want to have at a very good price. Okay, delivery and also the image of it. Image means the reputation. When people buy that service from you, then wow, you got it from there. Like hospitals, for example, when people ask you, where were you born? Oh, I was born in Sarawak General Hospital, Hospital Umum Sarawak. And you ask another person, oh, where, let's say you want to deliver a baby, where do you want to deliver your baby? Oh, I wanted to deliver the baby in Norma Medical Center or Borneo Medical Center. So that kind of thing, and then the image that it gives when customer actually purchase the service. So managing service quality will enable a service firm to differentiate itself by delivering consistently higher quality than its competitors provide. Okay, and we talk about service productivity. Of course, from the word productivity, it refers to the cost side of marketing strategies for the service firm. Okay, whether you want to have this employee hiring and training by yourself, or you want to outsource that, okay, internally or externally. Okay, and then you can have the service quantity and quality towards the company itself, because you remember this is a service company, service marketing. You don't sell products, you are selling services. Okay, services. Okay, learning exercise number 4, to discuss branding strategy and decision companies make in building and managing their brands. I hope I can finish within 1 hour for this first part of the chapter. Okay, now there is a brand name, okay, then brand equity and also brand value. Brand name itself, like iPad, Nike, Adidas, Rolex, Rolls-Royce, Proton, Perodua, okay, Garmin, and so on. So brand equity is a differential effect that knowing the brand name has on customer response to the product or its marketing. Equity is like brand assets, assets. And brand value is the total financial value of a brand. Here, now when you do this particular brand strategy, you will first start with brand positioning. Okay, what are the attribute, benefits, and beliefs and values that you want customer to always think of when remembering your brand? Then you select a brand and protect that particular brand. That's why you have that C, copyrighted, or TM, trademark. All right, so you need to protect your brand, or else other people will also use your brand, the same brand. You don't want that to happen, right? And then you talk about the brand sponsorship, whereby is it a manufacturer's brand, a private brand, licensing, or co-branding? Okay, when you select it, you wanted to put whether this brand is actually manufacturer's brand. Typically a manufacturer, meaning I produce it, I put brand under my brand, and I sell it under my brand. That is manufacturer's brand. Okay, while private brand, I put it my brand, but then when I sell it, I use the private brand. That means I use the resellers or store brand. Licensing is I give license, or I get license from other brands and use same brand. Okay, or co-branding means you combine 2 brands into one product. Okay, and brand development, you can do line extension, brand extension, multi-brands, or even a new brand. Branding position, lama. Let me put myself here, not covering the Mickey Mouse. So brand positioning, where marketers can position brands at any of the three levels, okay, either at attribute, benefits, or beliefs, and also value. Okay, Walt Disney, for example, okay, I love Mickey. The brand positioning is where some brands like Disney have become love marks, okay, products or services that pack an emotional wallop and inspires loyalty beyond reasons, okay. So trust me, until now there are a lot of people that actually are a fan of Mickey Mouse. Do you know Mickey Mouse? I hope you still know like Mickey Mouse, other than all your anime kind of cartoon, right? Next is your brand selection. Okay, you will suggest the benefits and the qualities that can be when you pronounce that brand. Okay, it suggests the benefits and also the quality of it. Okay, and of course it's easy to pronounce, recognize, and also remember. It is distinctive, meaning it's not the same as other people's brand. Okay, it is extendable, like Apple. You see, Apple is really good. It puts I in every brands that they have. iPhone, iPad, iMac, iPod. Last time they have iPod, right? And then they also have MacBook Air, MacBook Pro. So it is extendable. Okay, even McDonald's, for example, every brands of their burgers or their products comes with Mac Flurry, Mac Big Mac, Mac Chicken Deluxe. Okay, what else? Whatever Mac lah, that one is extendable, right? It is transferable for a global economy. Now we have to remember, yeah, when some brands or some brand names, yeah, you say it in English, it might give a different meaning to other languages. So that's something that you really need to consider. A good example is like, do you know Darlie toothpaste? Darlie, right? Now, Darlie in Malaysia, initially, okay, it is not called Darlie, okay, because Darlie is actually a US, what they call it, US brand, where in US they call it Darkie. For the, you know, the logo of Darlie toothpaste is a black guy, right, not with a very white teeth. So that's why it's for the darkies they call it, okay, those with the African American kind of people, right? So when Darkie wanted to sell their toothpaste to, let's say, Malaysia, you can't sell Darkie toothpaste. You know Darkie in Malaysia, Darkie is Darkie yang kotor, right? You don't want that Darkie kotor to be your toothpaste, right? So that's why they changed it to Darlie, right? So even the Barbie dolls, right? When they first come to Malaysia, also they realized that when you talk about Barbie, it has to be Barbie, yeah. You don't say Barbie, because it means different thing, right? You don't play with Barbie doll. You call it the Barbie doll. But Barbie retained that name, and somehow or other people in Malaysia can accept that name, Barbie doll, right? So yeah, it can be the one, and capable of registration and legal protection. Okay, that means when you want to set a brand, you need to check whether there are other companies using that brand or not. Okay, and if no, then you can proceed with protection of the brand. That means you put copyrighted or trademark of your company for that particular brand. That's why you can see McDonald's is with C, copyrighted. That means they're protecting that particular Mac, so you can't use the McDonald's. But Mac itself can be used by other companies because Mac can't be protected. Okay, not legally protected. That's why you can have MacBook. Okay, but when you talk about McDonald's, you can't use it. But MacBook, you can't even use the MacBook, the whole world MacBook as another brand, because that one MacBook has been protected by Apple company. Okay. Like I told you, when you talk about brand sponsorship, it's either using the manufacturer's brand, your own brand, okay, or a store brand. Store brand is a private brand, yeah, a licensed brand or even a co-brand. Okay, so this figure 8.8 6 shows how you create the branding strategy. Okay, you may want to see whether is it existing brand or is it going to be a new brand. And then when you talk about product category, is it an existing product line or a new product? Okay, so that is when you think like iPhone, for example. So existingly is a iPhone, brand name iPhone. Okay, and the category also is a phone line extension. So you don't want to use a new brand. Instead, you just put the numbers. Yeah, iPhone. You don't have iPhone 1, right? iPhone, iPhone 8, 7, 10. They even skip 9, which we don't know why. All right, 8, 10, 11, 12, right? So they just use existing brand name, okay, for the same product category. But when they created AirPods, Apple created their AirPods, is a new product category, okay, a new brand extension. So they come out with AirPods with a new brand. So when they have second generation, then it will be the brand extension because it's an existing one. Okay, so they call it the second generation, the third generation kind of thing, right? So Apple like to use one brand and then use numbers after that. Okay, so with that we finish the first part of this chapter. Don't forget to watch the next chapter, next video for chapter 6, second part, to be continued. See you there.